Hi there, welcome to this midweek market analysis. So what we're gonna do is, as usual, we're gonna walk through some of these major instruments over here and to highlight what are some of the opportunities that I'm personally looking into. Now, of course, this Friday will be the first Friday of the month in June, so we're gonna have our usual NFP unemployment rate as well as earnings release. So of course, if you are trading some of these major pairs that's dollar related, just make sure you're aware of the potential volatility coming into Friday. Okay, so starting off here, we have the dollar index, and right now I'm seeing a potential wave 5 completion, which may mean that the upside may be a little bit limited for the dollar. Okay, and if I were to bring in the RSI indicator, we are starting to see a very obvious divergence build up, okay, with the recent high. So that also kind of indicate that the lack of momentum, okay, and potentially we will see a reversal soon, okay, and that can build in quite nicely with the upcoming NFP data release, okay. So if we kind of get a kind of like surprise element to the downside, and it means that the U.S. economy is weakening, that may give us some catalyst for the dollar to actually drop. So from what I'm seeing over here is we are waiting for an impulsive break below the recent low here, somewhere around 103.80. If we can get that, okay, then we can expect a little bit more downside, potentially back towards 102.65. Okay. So you may need to just be a little bit patient for the next 1 or 2 days and wait off until the NFP day, and then we'll look for that break. Okay. Um, And if you rotate that into the euro dollar, okay, so dollar index and euro dollar, most of the time we're going to see a kind of inverse relationship. So the analysis is basically just the opposite direction. We kind of see a divergence build up here. Okay, and of course, if we can get a break above the recent high, around 1.0750 to 60, and then that will give us a upside opportunity back towards 1.0880. Right, so this one here, same thing here. We'll probably wait off until NFP and see if we can get a clear breakout trade. With the potential catalyst coming in from the data release. Pound dollar, short term here, we may continue to see a little bit more of a deeper pullback. But as a swing trader, I'm more interested in a sell opportunity if we can get the price up here. I'm not so keen in buying it up, but of course, any buy trade here would seem to be a short term one. Okay. So for me, if we can get a corrective here, of course, short term we'll expect one more pushback, and I'm actually more interested to see if I can get a sell there, where I'm seeing this as a leading diagonal, okay, and then of course a simple ABC 3-wave pullback, and then we'll expect that short opportunity to come. So this one here, if I'm interested just in the sell, I don't think we're gonna get anything within the week. Okay. But if NFP come in, and we can see the dollar weakness, then maybe next week, okay, we may see some sell opportunity for the pound. Aussie dollar right now is doing a bit of a consolidation at the bottom of this channel. So if we can get a clear 1, 2, 3, we're not nicely looking for a sell opportunity. But for now, I'm neutral, okay, because this kind of structure is a little bit too early to determine are we gonna get a corrective move here, or are we just gonna get a crawl structure here. If this is a crawl structure, then we'll obviously not be selling it. There's a good chance we'll see a deeper pullback if that's the case. So neutral for now. We'll see how it goes. Maybe NFP will give us some more information as to what price pattern is developing. Dollar CAD, there's a good chance we'll see a little bit more upside. So this would then be the potential kind of like crawlish structure to retest the top of the channel. And the bias here is definitely bearish unless we get a clear break above it. And if pull back, okay, then we'll be rotating to a bullish buy opportunity. But until that happens, the primary directional bias is due to the downside because we're still within this channel. And if we can get price to build up towards this area, with an RSI divergence, the probability is due to the downside. Okay, so that's on dollar Canadian. And then we have the dollar yen. So dollar yen here is neutral to, I would say, a little bit on the bearish side of things. Okay, because we're testing basically some FIPS areas plus the top of the channel. If you go down to the hourly, you can even see that this can be a double top on the H1. The price yesterday broke off this neckline. So right now, it's consolidating, but ideally we want to see this momentum follow through. Coming in, maybe nicely with the NFP data to give us that momentum down, right? So a lot of all these major pairs seems to suggest that it's quite in alignment with the dollar index analysis, right? So of course, the great side about this is all the dollar or all the major pairs may move nicely. Okay, but one thing to note, of course, if the data comes in and the dollar in fact go against us, like it decides to just strengthen, you need to take note of your total risk exposure, especially if you're taking multiple trades across the major pairs. Okay, next one here we have XAU USD, so gold. Gold is also doing a divergence between 3 and 5, so we are expecting at least some kind of a short-term bounce. So any kind of corrective pullback from here, and if price can stay above this level, we expect another pushback potentially towards 2000 level. Okay, so if you're interested in gold, I think in the near term, we may get a little bit upside from here on. Okay, so if you can go down maybe to hourly, wait for a decent corrective pullback, that will be a buy trade setup to take it to the upside. Okay, other than that, BTC over here. Okay, so Bitcoin is doing a little bit of pullback, so just be a bit patient. If you can get a deeper one towards maybe 27255, which is also a retest of the previous trend line, it kind of gap up, right? And of course, around this zone here, probably will cover a bit of these gaps. This area will be a decent buy opportunity for BTC, right? So overall, I think crypto market may see a little bit more upside, with major coins like BTC and ETH leading the way. Okay, so these are definitely some of the things to take note of. If you ask me what are some of the nearer term trades that you can look into, definitely is the euro. Okay, on the upside, maybe with the upcoming NFP. Okay, if you're more of a swing trader, you may wait off a little bit on pound dollar and of course dollar yen here as well. Dollar yen is actually a combination of short term riding on NFP and of course potentially turning this into a longer term swing trade to the downside. Gold here I think is worth noting as well. I think by NFP, a couple of days on, we get a clear corrective structure, then we can look for upside as NFP as a catalyst too. Okay, and then of course last one swing trade here is gonna be BTC. Okay, so that's all from me. All the best for you guys as well this week, and we'll see you guys in the next one.